Game-based learning can easily be implemented into a classroom. At the completion of this training, the participant will be able to do the following. You will understand easy steps in order to integrate game-based learning into your classroom. You will be able to identify benefits of game-based learning. And finally, you will be able to recall sites to use for game-based learning in your classroom. Before deciding on a game to use in the classroom, you must first determine what the purpose is for. Will you be using this game for intervention purposes? Do you have a student that needs work in a struggling subject? Do you need a way to capture their attention? What about that student that completely understands the content but just needs to be challenged a little bit? Finally, what about those students that understand but just need more practice? Decide what the purpose of the game will be before planning anything else. Next, you need to look at the site and determine if you have any control through the site. Can you go in and adjust content or assign specific tasks? Will this game be engaging and beneficial for your students? Can this be used for varying learning levels in your classroom? In addition to determining your purpose of use and if it's aligned with specific learning goals, it's important to keep parents involved. Explaining the benefits of using games in the classroom and keeping communication open with parents are essential for a positive learning environment. Explaining that the students will be exposed and engaged in problem solving and activities that promote critical thinking for 21st century skills as a benefit will keep the parents up to date with your classroom atmosphere. Providing time in class to actually play the games, to become acquainted with the games, will be beneficial to the students. Taking the time to explain your expectations for playing the game and discussing the purpose of the game will show your students that this is not just a free time, let's have fun learning activity. The students will better understand why they are playing the game and will be able to apply it to the concepts already learned in the classroom. Finally, to implement game-based learning into your classroom, it is important to assess your students' progress. There are many ways in which to do this. Some of these games offer reports from their site. If these are available, this is an easy way to access the content the students have played and see their progress. This can then be used to inform your instruction. You can have your students take the assessing into their own hands. They can do self-reflections on their progress within a game and discuss it with you. Finally, creating an atmosphere for students to discuss with others their progress can be beneficial to determining their progress being made. Now, here are some examples of game-based learning. Prodigy is a math-based site designed for grades 1 through 8. These games can be used to supplement a lesson or can be assigned as homework. As a teacher, you have access to reports to assess their progress. From personal experience, my students have greatly enjoyed using this site in class. It is engaging and purposeful. The next suggested site is PBS Learning Media. This site offers games from a variety of content areas, including math, language arts, and history. There are interactives and games from a wide range of age groups. They are also aligned to national standards. Finally, National Geographic Kids is a fantastic site to use to incorporate engaging games to reinforce skills about animals, geography, science, and more. It is designed for preschool to 8th grade students. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and try it. See the benefits for yourself as your students are engaged in meaningful learning activities.